All right, we're live.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Early Watch. I'm Jimmy, and with us, as always, Mr. Tony York,
Good morning, people.
and running the show from South Carolina, Mr. Night Strike.
Yep, I'm back, guys. Back on Early
Snowy
Watch.
South Carolina.
No, that's North Carolina. There's no snow here.
One of them
Rather,
fucking
Two
Carolinas.
damn Carolinas. Carolina is fine by itself.
Nothing can be finer than in South Carolina.
Tar Heels. I never understood that either. Who wants tar on their heels? Wouldn't that slow you down?
I don't understand that either.
I think that's a racist thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, Jimmy, that's not cool.
Word. I want to start off with the NRA thing that I was talking about, and then we can move on to whatever, just because it's fresh in my mind. Anybody that's seen that new NRA video, I think, yeah, it was Chris Cox. He was like, yeah, we don't need any new legislation. No need to stop law-abiding citizens from having guns. So what we really need to do is have Congress pass legislature and fucking fix the background checks. So more of the NRA just contradicting themselves. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't understand why some people don't just shut the fuck up. Sometimes the best thing that you can say is nothing.
Yeah,
Just
they
kinda-
oftentimes say that it's far better to be silent and thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Yeah,
All right.
no shit.
Maybe you ought to write that one down.
Legislate that shit, motherfuckers. Yeah, so it's just more disappointing and discouraging shit.
Well,
I don't know why you think that it's anything new from the NRA. It's how the NRA operates.
No, I don't think it's anything new for the NRA, but it's just the people that still look to the NRA and not necessarily as like a holier type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, but they look at them like it's a fucking, we can't win without the NRA. And I feel like we're not gonna win with the NRA.
we're
It's
not
gonna be
winning,
a
period, right now. So
The NRA has many good uses, lots of educational stuff.
Oh
Plus,
yeah,
they get
for
to be
sure.
They get to be the 800-pound gorilla in the room.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with you with that. They definitely have their purpose when it comes to, the youth training and training in general, period. Getting out educational stuff for sure. I cannot argue with you on that point one bit, not at all. But the whole shit that they're doing is almost useless. I mean, how the 800-pound gorilla thing, I'm starting to think more and more, like I was saying yesterday, that that's by design.
It may well be, but it does allow the Second Amendment Foundation and the Gun Owners of America fly under the radar mostly.
Yeah, all the way under the radar that doesn't even matter what the fuck they say or do.
Uh,
Because everybody's focused on the NRA.
Everybody but the people that the GOA are talking to. That's where it fucking matters, man. The people sitting across the desk from the politicians saying, look, we have X million votes here that are going to vote against you if you do this, or going to vote for you if you do this.
right.
Yeah, then they laugh and sip their coffee and say, how can we fucking spin this?
They can't hardly spin it because nobody knows who the fuck they are.
Exactly. How the fuck we know that, LaPierre ain't like Clinton's cousin or some shit.
LaPierre is just part of the cocksucker of cash flow of the NRA.
That's what I'm saying. It's always they're always going to lobby towards the money.
Right. And that's the nature of what lobbying is.
Well, at this point in time when our rights are on the line, I don't appreciate it. Just saying. When it comes to our rights and shit, this should be a no-brainer. They should be, all in or nothing. All
Well,
in
it's
or
never going to
fucking
be that
fold.
way because if they go all in and win, then they're out of business.
There's yeah, that's true. I mean, I understand when people say shit like that, but I feel like there's always going to be an opposition. We might win for a couple years, but then there's going to be another opposition that comes along. There's always going to be a reason to have an ILA, legislative branch of some sort of gun advocacy group. But like I was saying yesterday, pop up when we need you. They all got jobs. I mean, I'm sure some of them are, most of them are, the NRA is their job, but there's people out there, they can self-sustain. And then when they need to fucking pop up, that's when they pop up and say, hey, this is going down.
Did we have 5 million turnout for our national rallies, Capitol rally thing? Or did we luckily have maybe 500?
Please. Yeah, I was going to say, we couldn't even pull together 5,000 across the entire fucking nation.
Popping up ain't the answer, because that fucking don't work.
I don't know. There's some sort of a fucking cadence. There's none. It seems like everybody just is going in their own direction.
The NRA has always been about compromise. And it sucks. It really fucking sucks that they are.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I'm thinking too that there's a very, very thin line between compromise and here, take this so you can leave this alone for now. You know what I mean? I don't know. Cowardice and compromise. I don't know.
That's the whole Judas goat thing, It's sacrifice one thing to save another. But that, to me, it's extremely short-sighted. But it's the way the NRA's always been. I mean, from the time they started in lobbying for rights, they've always been politically motivated to compromise. Because if they win, they're out of money. So they have zero vested interest in winning completely. I don't know where the GOA's mindset is on this, because I've not had that much dealings with them. They seem to be fighting the fight pretty earnestly right now. I've said before that if the Democrats would walk back all gun control, they could ban guns within 10 years.
You mean like start fresh?
Yep.
Wipe all gun
control off the books and just shut up about it for 10 years and then come back and quietly start banning them. Hell, we wouldn't have an idea it was coming.
Nope. No, but everybody would be comfortable. Nobody would care. That's, that same shit. I bring it up like every single goddamn. I'm gonna get that fucking shit tattooed on me one day. The whole hard times create strong men, and good times weak men, and yada yada yada.
Apathy will kill us.
I say we're dying. We're already dying.
I fucked up yesterday when I was talking about things. I had evidently said, well, no, he quoted me when I said that I don't care if they raise the age to 21, and that's not really what I meant. I meant that if they were going to raise the age, and that was their struggle, they need to raise the age of adulthood or age of maturity to 21 and see what those kids thought of that plan.
Yeah. They'd rip off their little fucking Nazi armbands immediately, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, what are they talking about?
My point was basically you're an adult or you're not.
Yeah, Scott is out there talking about that kid we were talking about last week that's gonna sue. One kid is suing Dick's. I guess there's another kid suing Walmart.
Great.
Or maybe it's the same kid. I don't know. But I mean, would that be a useful precedence to set? Maybe.
Fuck yes.
I think it would be. But see, it's going to be a rare occurrence type of deal though,
I
because
don't
this
know.
kid actually, well, he bought the gun, filled out the paperwork, and then was going through his waiting period. And as the waiting period went through, Dick's decided to change their policy.
But every kid that goes to a store, while it's still legal for them to purchase said firearm and is refused service for no good reason, has the chance to involve themselves in class action suit. Not straight up suit like this kid's got, where they
Well, he's
sold it to
doing
him
a
and
he's doing a discrimination case. That's where I think that it could be set at.
that's right. And all these kids that get denied before they make it illegal, if they do, have that discrimination case as a class action suit, they can do that.
Yeah. And I mean, it is discrimination. You're taking, these very few incidents of idiots going out there and doing shit or whatever you want to call them, evil or whatever. I don't like that word, but I'm just saying, whatever, and then you fucking punish everybody for this shit. I don't know. That's fucked up. I understand if you're in a fucking boot camp and somebody fucks up and the whole fucking squad gets fucked for it. I could get that. But, these are all civilian fucking citizens and legal in the fucking law's eyes. They're legally adults.
Right. And they have a legitimate right to sue. I firmly believe that. But the problem is that nobody ever got up the gumption and sued for handguns, and they should have. Everybody just figured that's okay. If you don't allow them to buy a handgun, they probably shouldn't have it anyway. Well, that's horseshit.
Yeah. Well, Al is out there saying SCOTUS hasn't addressed age restriction yet, but POTUS fucking sure in the fuck has. So.
Yeah, well, he's kind of shut up on that too after having a little bit of discussion with Wayne and the crew.
Yeah. But still, even after that though, he's still fucking around. Straight. He's still fucking around. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I was saying off air, founding fathers would be doing backflips in their fucking graves right now.
Yeah, Washington would have fucking scalped Trump, then boiled his ass in oil and tarred and feathered him for saying that shit.
Yeah, planted a cherry tree over his ass. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous shit right now. I do not. I'm really starting to believe more and more the conspiracy theory that fucking CERN sucked us into another dimension in 2012 and shit, because this is just getting retarded.
Gee,
I don't really believe it.
We've got this group of students joining together to make school safe on Megyn Kelly today. Megan's on there saying, I don't want my kids to have to wear a bulletproof backpack or walk through metal detectors to go to school. And I'm thinking to myself, your kids probably don't, because they probably go to a very exclusive school where there's great big fucking stone walls around the son of a bitch and armed guards all over the place. But putting metal detectors and arming people in the school is going to be far more effective than banning a fucking gun.
Yeah, no shit. No shit. I mean, it's old as dirt, and we've beat this dead horse to death. But the criminals are always going to be able to break the law because that's what the fuck they do.
They beat the other side of it to death too. So we have to continuously keep beating this drum.
No, I know I am. But you're 100% right. The criminals are constantly going to be able to do what they got to do, no matter what law you passed. And if somebody wants to shoot up a fucking school or a mall or a fucking block or a neighborhood or whatever the fuck, they're going to be able to do it. Only one thing that's going to change with legislature is that there's not going to be as many, if any, law-abiding fucking gun owners that are going to be able to fight back.
don't know. I wish the hell we could cohesively get together and stand up and say no.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that everyone that's on our side and that's in the limelight, for lack of better terminology, is fucking afraid to say some shit. Because right now, if you stand up and say some pro-gun shit, they're just gonna spew back at you that you hate kids and shit like that, or you don't have any, whatever. You don't care about your kids. I don't fucking know, whatever, man. That's all they're gonna fucking spit out
I
now.
don't give
So
a
people
fuck.
are kind of afraid to fucking. Well, people are. I'm just saying though. People are. They have. They have their fucking. What's it called? Their image to uphold, and they can't be
Well,
labeled a kid hater or something. So they're
if
probably afraid to
you're
fucking
more
go at.
worried about your image than your fucking rights, you don't deserve either.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's how I feel about it. But I'm just saying, I could understand why there's people that are afraid. Just like saying that. Right. Yeah. Anyway, I was just saying though, it's
While that one fucking rifle was going through that school shooting kids, there was millions of them fuckers that weren't doing a goddamn thing.
yeah. Seriously, it's like fucking. This is like fucking civil rights all over again and shit. The civil rights movement and shit. Couple of bad apples fuck it up for everybody, and we all got to fucking deal with the shit.
I don't know. I have been concerned about the gun community for quite a while now because it's so hard to get people off their ass and doing stuff. I think maybe the best thing that could have happened to the gun community was that Hillary had won.
Yeah.
At least as far as from a cohesive standpoint.
Cattleman's got a simple answer. We just get rid of all the fucking kids. No kids to kill.
Yeah, because that'll work.
We'll do like China, but we'll do it more organized than China and have certain specific months that people can have their one baby. And then special school that they all go to.
Start a kindergarten training them for combat.
Yeah, there you go. The ones that come out with like little scrawny chests and shoulders and shit get thrown over the fucking mountain because fuck them.
This is your Daisy AR.
Yeah, right. Oh my god.
In 5th grade, you get a real AR.
Yeah.
By the time you get to high school, you get a handgun, AK, and an AR.
In high school, you get the Tech 9. We'll get you into subguns.
Why?
Just because, man. You gotta have the whole rainbow.
You realize
Saber.
what fucking property taxes would be? You renting non-property tax paying son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, some of us have it easier than others. What can I say? Yeah. I don't know, man. The life of a renter. Shit.
One time, I think 12 years ago, or maybe probably 14 now because of the regular election year cycle, I voted for an increased property tax of $1 per thousand to fund renovation of the school. And they won by one vote. So I won them that. But one of us.
So your vote did matter.
And the farmers around here especially were pissed because they have many thousands of dollars in property tax already, and it's going to cost them like $12 more. And I said, look, we've got to take care of the school, upgrade the heating. Well, what these fuckers did was they didn't do nothing to school, and they saved the extra money and built a new one. I'm like, that is not what I voted for that tax increase to do. Lousy bastards.
Well, yeah, that's the thing though, is that they just need the vote. They just need that yes, and then once they get that yes, they'll do whatever the fuck they want to do. I mean, within parameters, obviously, but
Now, granted, it was a forward-thinking move because the high school was 100 years old, and there was no way that they could bring it completely up to date, and it had to be replaced due to earthquake codes. But I wouldn't have voted that way had I knew it was going to go to build a new school.
Well, I mean, some though, metal detectors. I mean, look at, there's some fucking, there's kids that have had to go through bullshit with TSA and shit, that are with their family going on fucking whatever holiday or whatever the fuck they're doing.
The bitch of metal detectors is just going to be a fucking cost because they've got to have trained personnel to run the damn things. They've got to have an x-ray machine there for bags. It's going to cost what, a couple $100,000 a year for even a small school to have.
I don't know, man. When I went to high school, this is what we did, right? We had a metal detector, and they had a little fucking lunchroom table right next to the metal detector. You throw your bag on there. McNair went through the fucking bag, and then you walk through, and then I forgot what the fucking broad's name was, and she would wand you down while he was going through your shit. And he'd give you your shit back after you got out, and then you're done.
Well,
that was the fucking 90s.
That's still two people manning that. And I would assume that they get paid to do that, unless they're.
No, yeah, they did. I mean, they were, one of the McNair was our fucking, was our like liaison, the cop liaison. And then the other broad was a cop or something. But I don't know what she was, but they both had guns.
So right there is probably 80 to 100 grand a year in wages.
Really? I don't know. I figured that they were still, because neither one of them were retired, and that wasn't their job necessarily. I mean, they were there, but they were still I think they were still paid by the cops.
Well, that's two people being paid by taxpayers that are there. Doesn't really matter who's paying them.
Right, but I just look at it like this: if they wasn't there at the school doing that shit, they would still be getting paid somewhere on a beat or hiding behind a train track writing paperwork or something. You know what I mean? Like they would still be doing something somewhere.
That are doing that in their place now wouldn't have to be there doing it in their place now.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, so no matter how you look at it, yeah, it's two extra people.
And I don't oppose the metal detector thing. I really don't. I think that's probably one of the better ideas is fortifying schools so they can control access completely, or as completely as possible. But there's, it's going to be a fucking mess for a couple of months when they started in a school that's never done shit like that before. Because where kids can just go in open doors, they're going to have to line up and go through one at a time, or however many metal detectors they got set up. And it's going to take a while to get used to that whole idea.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Eventually, the kids will get to the point where they won't be carrying some stuff that they might normally have carried, in their book bags and whatnot, so they don't get popped by the metal detector or something that they don't have a particular use for at school.
I don't know. We had, I'm sure everybody's high school had multiple entrances and exits. That they usually stayed locked during the day or whatever. But we'd go outside and have a smoke break or something like that, and put a bottle cap in the door, that kind of shit. I mean, I guess even the metal detectors could be defeated. They could fucking stash some shit somewhere and then,
Well, you can't
let
fucking
themselves
fix
back in.
stupid. You can't fix stupid.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I'll be right back. I need a refill.
Yeah, people are going to do what they're going to do. We're not going to be able to stop that. And that's kind of, I don't know, like sitting here talking about it and all this shit. I don't know. I guess it begs the question: what are we doing anything? What are we really doing? Let you guys sit and marinate on that for a second. Oh shit! All right, let's see what's going on over on the YouTubes, eh? Republibucks. Boston schools instituted detectors in the 70s. Well, yeah, there's a bunch of schools out there that have this shit. That's why I think that it would be. I do agree with Tony's point where it would kind of be a mess for a little bit, but I don't know. I think you can. I think it's organizable. I didn't say. Well, yeah, I did say you guys marinate on that, didn't I? All right. Well, yeah, my bad. Take that thought, put it in a pot, marinate it. That's what I meant, I guess. Yeah, I could see that too, Al. Al saying that detectors is a logistics nightmare. Yeah. TSA never gives a reach around. They're only worried about themselves. Selfish TSA. Let's see. Later. Have a good one. Yeah, my eyes must be bad because I've been for some reason, never mind. Not reading well today. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's kind of what I was talking. Vanessa was saying it is entry control and security of campuses, and that's kind of the point that I was getting at too. But I mean, any and everything that we implement can be defeated somehow. I just feel like the least effective of all of these options that have been presented are the whole gun legislation thing. And then of course you had I had what was this one thing I was watching? I'm trying to find out what the fucking name of it is. Some weirdo dude. Oh, okay. Let me see. I got it right here. It doesn't say what his name was, but it was a liberal dude, and he was talking about gun control, and he was like, "Well, of course, the NRA's answer is more guns," which I haven't seen that one yet. But
Arming teachers.
nobody talks about what their answer is though, and their answer is more laws. But
Their
both are.
answer is banning guns from civilian ownership.
Yeah.
Period.
And how is that going to help?
Goal. It's going to help because then they have control over us, do whatever the fuck they want.
Well, no. I'm talking. This is some dickhead like us that's just sitting there talking on YouTube. He has no political power or no nothing like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like the regular Joe leftist. I don't know. I'm tired of saying liberal because these liberals that are out here are not actual fucking liberals. So
the problem that I see in a lot of these people is extreme short-sightedness, especially these children.
oh yeah,
they do not understand what the fuck they're advocating. at all.
Well, no, dude. They don't even understand that the party that they are standing for or standing by. They don't, they think that the Democrats are anti-racist, even though their party started in racism. They fucking think that that they give a fuck about everybody. They don't give a fuck about anyone but their own pockets, and that's any fucking politician.
I don't believe that these kids are even considering Democrat or Republican. They're considering guns are the problem. I don't think they have enough depth of thought at that point to be thinking of it farther than just the fact that they think that this will do good.
Yeah, they're doing the simplisticest math. That's not even a word, but they're doing the simplest math that they could possibly do, and that's gun did this. No gun wasn't there. This wouldn't have happened. And that's just not how that equates. That ain't how that fucking works out there.
And the thing that troubles me about it the most is they're not getting through their fucking melons that they're taking their own rights away from themselves and advocating that.
Well, yeah, we just say that, and they say it's rights that we didn't want anyway.
The beauty of the right is that you don't have to do it if you don't want to.
Yeah, it's optional. That's what I can't understand. The whole right thing, I don't even think that they understand the magnitude of rights. What I'm thinking is that they're just completely missing the whole fucking point.
This is exactly why I was going on the tact I was going on yesterday, where I was saying that they should raise the age of adulthood, age of consent, however the hell you want to word it, as a whole thing. That should be the thing that you offer to these kids. Say, hey, look, you ain't gonna be able to vote, you ain't gonna be able to drive, you ain't gonna be able to drink, you ain't gonna be able to buy a gun until you're 21.
Yeah, but then they'll just say you can't shoot up math class with a Toyota, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They'll just say something fucking retarded that makes zero sense. And then people are going to be like, oh, yeah, I didn't think about it like that until the little fucking kid with no life experience told me.
Well, you can mow down a crowd with a Toyota.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. But then you say that shit and they're like, oh, my God, see why people shouldn't have guns?
Far more teenagers behind the wheel kill teenagers than teenagers with guns kill teenagers. You want to really get on some math.
Oh, yeah.
There's absolute precedence that it's more likely to save lives by stopping you fucking idiots from driving than stopping you idiots from having guns.
Well, yeah. And then if they want to really get into the fucking death tolls, we can talk about alcohol poisoning. We could talk about fucking, and I'm talking about in that age, high school age group and shit. Fucking getting struck by lightning. There's more statistics of people getting shot or struck by lightning. I mean, come on now. We got HARP. Shouldn't we be banning fucking, thunder and lightning and rainstorms and shit? Hurricanes.
You're missing why I'm going after this. I'm trying to open these fuckers' eyes that they're giving up a right.
I understand that.
Advocating doing it. So
no, I understand that, but I don't think that the people that you're trying to reach with that will understand that or even give a fuck. They're going to miss it completely.
Once you say that you ain't going to get a vote when you're 18.
Well, that's the thing, is that most of these motherfuckers can't vote anyway.
I know.
So I don't even understand why they even have a vote.
They won't vote when they get the ability to. For probably 2/3 of them, but still, if you suggest that you take that right away from them, they'll all rise up in rage.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess for the ones that would go out and vote, how many of these kids do you think would actually go out and fucking vote, though?
I don't. 1/3 of them, maybe, but that don't matter. It's not the fact that they will or won't do it. It's the fact that
you say they can't.
They can't do it no more.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get them to see that, if you take away a right, you're just fucking yourself.
Trying to. Fuck, man, this phone is very slow and frustrating when I'm running everything. I was going back over to YouTube, but I'm not. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, all these fucking everyone is going insane right now. All the states are going fucking crazy.
Yeah, Illinois dropped a shitload of stuff. I did 12 letters to Illinois today.
Yeah.
Browner
And you
still
said they-
seems to be sticking to the Second Amendment, except for bump stocks. He's going to throw them under the bus if they pop a bill out there that's bump stocks by themselves, he says.
And nobody realizes that since the Vegas fucking thing, like a bump stock hasn't even been heard of yet. Like, what are they solving right now?
Bump stocks ain't shit in the grander scheme of things. That's why these fuckers are even discussing letting them get banned.
Yeah, it's one of those, you know what? When I was, I mean, it's kind of sexist. So I'm sorry, but this is just what I can equate it to. When I was younger, you know, my uncle was trying to kind of teach me about, you know, girls and the opposite sex and all that shit. And you know, one of his things was you go out and you physically talk to 100 fucking different girls. One of them is guaranteed to give you a number, if not more. And that's how I kind of look at this whole gun thing that they're doing right now. They're giving every fucking thing that they could throw in every fucking thing that they possibly can at it right now in hopes that one or more of them get passed. And it's working. Yeah, and it's working. It's working. Everybody's going to sign something. Every state is going to have something.
Nobody in their right mind would say bump stocks are a problem at this point. One fucking idiot had them with him, possibly used it.
Which, from the sound of it, I mean, listen to a belt-fed machine gun and listen to the fucking audio. I mean, I don't know.
There's one audio that it was a bump stock. I'm sure of it because the cadence went up and down in a wavering motion or sound or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and that don't happen on mechanical guns.
It really doesn't happen on bump stocks though either. I mean, you don't have it slow down or speed up. It just you're doing it right and it's going or it stops.
I am no.
I heard that one too.
Even seen fucking one in person.
Because the one that I'm thinking that you're talking about anyway, that was the one that I thought sounded like fucking Wheel of Fortune. You know when they spin the wheel and it goes. There was one that sounded exactly like that, but then it sped up again. And that was one of the ones. Yeah, that was one of the ones that I thought was like, what the fuck is that? That's a sound effect or something. But the one that I heard that was super clear, the one that had like zero echo in it, well, a little echo, but you know, not, the one that was the clearest to me sounded like a fucking belt-fed machine gun.
Well, I doubt the dude had one.
No, yeah. I do too. But whoever was up there doing the shit did.
I think whoever edited audio into that video you saw did.
Yeah. That was the only sound effect they could muster.
I've heard that track and it did sound like belt fed.
Yeah. Well, and then, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, all of these fucking shootings are just super suspect. You know, you got all these kids saying that there was multiple shooters. Then you don't hear from them ever again. You had the one kid saying that he was pro A. You never hear from him ever again. Then you had the broad and the Vegas thing that said that there was some lady running around 45 minutes screaming that they're all going to die. And then you don't hear from that fucking broad anymore. And then the original fucking bitch that was saying, yeah, we're all going to die, fucking appears. right? And then the fucking all the people that were saying that there was multiple shooters, you don't hear shit from them.
Because they're all getting killed.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, the one person ran into their mailbox and it blew up their fucking car. Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah, Mercedes are known for their unsafe record.
Yeah, but you know what though is that this is fucking straight up. This is like Hollywood shit. So if anybody says how much of a conspiracy and how weird it is, I'm like, come on now, this isn't a movie. This is real life. It's ridiculous.
There's so many fucking questions around surrounding Vegas and the shit that's went on since then. It's almost like you're watching a fucking movie that's just a little bit on the slow side.
Yeah, very slow burn.
They fucking hit a gate and their fucking Mercedes-Benz bursts into flames and kills them. Okay.
Seriously, how many people have to fucking shoot themselves multiple times in the fucking back and side of the head and shit, or fucking, you know, what was the one guy put a bag over his head and then put a helium tube inside of the bag and tied it off to kill him? I mean, like, how many people are gonna have weird ass suicides and weird ass shit until, you know, we start pointing fingers and shit here?
I don't know.
All right, let's change the subject.
We don't want Night Strike.
I'm drinking coffee right now. I'm waking up. I can't take much more of this. Let's just move on.
Yeah, we don't want Night Strike to get suicided. Clinton.
No, Jimmy. If anybody gets Clinton, it'll be you first.
No, this is your channel, man. They'll lead it right back to your IP. I'll give them your address. I don't live there no more.
You can give them my address. You can give them my address because I would enjoy some entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it on, bitch. I ain't fired these 245s yet.
Yeah. It has been a while since I've had any action. Oh, shit. All right, Night Strike. I don't want to be selfish anymore. What do you want to talk about? And he left. So back to the conspiracy things. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is there any other fucking plans of action?
You really want the conspiracy shit? Okay, look, here we go. I don't believe that all the records they released from Kennedy's assassination are all there.
No shit.
Right now.
They're not. Did you read them? Half of the ones that were fucking half of the ones that were released were redacted.
Yeah, which means only about a quarter of it you can actually read because they're redacted shit.
Hey, I swear to God that I seen I spaced out the words enough to spell out George H.W. Bush, but you know, I'm just saying.
well, I think he was directed. He was either junior or director or director of the CIA. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still thousands of pages that can't be released because of national security because people are still active today, they say.
Who is active now that was active then?
Oh, I am.
Okay, I'm being realistic. Who is active now that was active then that is not already in a wheelchair because they're old as dirt?
Trump.
Yeah. Trump was around. Let me see.
Do we have proof of that?
Of course not.
Showed his birth certificate.
Yeah, he did.
There's lots of people that are still active. Hell, most of a good chunk of the old guard politicians were probably honest back then.
I mean, there's no more Soviet Union, so what are they protecting it from?
So I'm just asking here out of curiosity for opinion. You guys don't think that Putin would like to see the whole fucking USSR shit? Because I'm pretty sure that whole Soviet shit.
Well, you know, he'd only use it just so he could bring back his glorious union.
That's what I'm saying. He's, you know.
Because, you know.
Talking about it, he's brought back his glorious Russia.
Once, don't tell me for a second that once you get a position of authority in the KGB, that you are not pro-communist. You will not be pro-communist for the rest of your life. I don't care if they say, "Oh, Russia's not communist anymore." Bullshit! If you were in any sort of middle management position like he was in charge of East Germany, in the KGB, guess what? You're fucking communist.
So what?
Sorry. So, but still, Russia itself is not the USSR anymore. So what does it matter? If they're talking shit about the USSR, just release it.
But it's no different. The USSR, the big bad guy, was fucking Moscow. The heart of Russia to this day is still Moscow.
You sound like the Democrats.
They have a little bit less, hey, fuck you. They have a little bit less feudal state. Doesn't matter. No, I think they should release it all. I'm not advocating.
Yeah, I agree with you, but they won't. I mean, with George H.W. still kicking, they won't. It don't matter if he's fucking. It wouldn't matter if the motherfucker was a vegetable on a respirator. They still wouldn't let it out until he croaked. Look at what's his name? The one British dude. The fucking DJ. All that shit came out about how he liked kids and fucking brought kids over to fucking Prince Charles and shit like that right after he croaked. But nobody said Prince Charles though. They just said the royal fucking.
I don't care about the royal family.
I would. They're if for some reason the structure that was in place right now in America were to fall, you don't think that they would be the first fucking ones on a boat?
I don't think so.
Hell no.
They've got enough problems keeping all the Muslims in line in the United Kingdom. They don't have enough time to deal with us.
I'm sincerely.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, though.
I'm sincerely surprised that there ain't been an attack on the Queen by the Muslims, by the radical.
Well, that's the thing is that the Queen has a foothold every fucking where except where. You don't think that she would want that one?
Have full power here.
Well, no, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. But okay, everywhere that fucking besides what Mexico, South America, everywhere fucking pledges their allegiance to the Queen, right? When they get sworn in.
Only the countries that are part of the Commonwealth have sworn any sort of loyalty to the Queen, but that doesn't mean that they'll go to war for her. They may back her up in a war at their discretion.
No, I know that, but if you were the fucking Queen, wouldn't you want everybody to fucking swear their allegiance to you, not just a couple people?
No, because there are some people you don't want swearing allegiance to.
I'll bet you money she don't give a fiddler's fuck one way or another.
And I hate to agree with Tony, but Tony's right.
I don't know. The rich only want to get richer and more powerful. I don't know. I'd say a good milestone to hit before she.
All right, I have a question. Can we talk about guns and not about taking them away? Can we just talk about guns for right now?
Yeah, go ahead. I tried to tell you to speak up earlier.
Any guns?
The Queen actually has no real power in England anymore.
Oh yeah, no, I understand that, but still, like I said,
she's technically though she's still the head of state.
Yeah, much like our bald eagle.
Yeah, but seriously, guns. Tony, tell me you got a new lever action or revolver.
Our bald eagle is only bald when he takes his toupee off. All right.
I haven't got any new guns for weeks. About 1.5 of them.
Oh God, Jimmy, have you gotten any? No, you haven't gotten any new guns.
No, negative.
I haven't even seen a gun that I'm interested in getting.
Yeah. All right. I haven't gotten any new guns either. I'm trying to sell mine off. So there you go.
I have guns that are here that are still brand new because I haven't shot them yet. 7 of them, I think. I don't know. That would be 9. I've had 2 here for Shit, no, 3 here for over a year that I haven't shot yet.
Wow. Jimmy, are you
All right,
playing with the cordless drill?
stop playing
No,
fucking asteroids.
Texting. Well, writing in the text chat on the YouTubes.
Sounds like you're playing cell phone asteroids.
Oh no, you know what it is? It's because I got the
TYB.
fucking. Whenever I press a button, it vibrates.
Jimmy's got the vibrator on because it excites him. Giggity.
Now
Yeah,
we know.
I
what
knew-
to do.
I need some fucking me time after all this bullshit.
Aim from you.
And no, Al, we're not asking that.
You got a blue dress yet? That could be gun related.
No, it's
If
not.
you-
Where's Squib when you need him?
You need to buy a blue plaid kilt. Shut these fuckers up.
Hey, get a tactical kilt. I think 511 makes them.
I'd-
It'll be in there like swimwear.
I'd wear a kilt. Yeah, sure.
I have one kilt, and it's not a bad option on a hot fucking day. To be honest,
It's true.
you wear it the right way, you don't have to worry about swamp ass.
So, so, but you may have to worry about leaving a little fucking drip trail though behind you and shit from the swamp ass.
All right. Do.
Scott, nice, right?
I don't have anything right now. So I just want to get us off the topic of the same shit we've been saying, and people are complaining that it's getting old. So
Well, then get out and put a fucking stop to it.
I know. I agree. You know, if it's getting old, well, then get off your ass and do something. But aside from that, we're starting to sound like a broken record.
Like the left.
Unfortunately, yes.
And there were 9 Millie was asking, does Jimmy have a channel outside of Early Watch? No, I'm just the Early Watch. But I'm on it. Instagram and Twitter and all that. Twitter's actually easier than Instagram.
He also has a wife, so who likes me better, but still, it's
Oh
his
no,
wife.
she's that's Food Travis's wife.
I'm just putting it out there. You never can tell what somebody's thinking. I'm kind of surprised at the triggers on these 1875s. I don't know how heavy these little guns are, but you can't cock the hammer and rest the weight on the trigger without the trigger letting go. And I can do that on all the Rugers. Them two 1875s have light ass trigger pulls.
Yeah. Vanessa was asking if she could set up an Early Watch CT, even though I have a Twitter account under my name. Yeah, you could. Yeah, for sure. Actually, I wasn't even thinking about that. Patriot and Roosted, one of them two had got that wild hair up their ass and decided to do it, and it's a great idea. Let's see what else.
Seeing if there's any laws in South Carolina right now going on. We need to address. I doubt it, but
Right.
you know.
I read Patriot's comment.
So we
LOL.
just continue talking about this same dead, tired bullshit.
Yeah, this same dead tired bullshit is gonna fucking be what makes us or breaks us.
It's true.
Moms Demand Action is having their anti-gun rallies nationwide on the 24th of March. Everyone get out there and counter protest. Just use your early watch email. Oh, yeah, that's for Vanessa. Yeah. Just use your early watch email, the app. You can have multiples. I have 3 different Twitters. Goddamn. I'm putting a lot of work in on Twitter. Yeah.
This whole email thing is turning out to be better than I expected even.
I'm telling you, man, sometimes I have good ideas from time to time, you know.
Where you con others into doing work for you.
No, not even. They're not even doing work for us. They're doing work for their state. Maybe that's why people aren't fucking joining. They think like Night Strike thinks.
Or the fact that I fucking come out and said that one.
Well, yeah.
Night Strike was paying attention when Tony said that, so you know.
Yeah, and then stop paying attention when Jimmy was talking. That's cool.
There's the reason.
Usually how it works.
There's a reason.
Yeah,
but they're doing exactly what I said. You know, they're getting information to us that we wouldn't normally get.
Yeah.
And that was where I was going.
Wait, what happened? Oh, what happened? What happened with G? Was this today or? I don't know. Vanessa was saying I might make a sign saying you get strip search for vacation, but you do not want to harden defenses where your children congregate. And what's up with the Gun Channel show last night? Oh, that must have been what you. Okay, I came in right as he cut it off. I tried to rewatch, but video was pulled. I don't know. I have no idea. They're trying to figure out a different channel format. Oh, okay. Cool.
Al mentioned somewhere near where he lives, they gave 16 teachers a free handgun course.
Oh yeah, there's tons of people out there that were offering shit to teachers, and I think that's awesome. I definitely think that's awesome.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, I think that if a teacher wants to carry, they should be able to.
Absolutely.
You know, I was talking about my high school earlier. I know one of my teachers had a fucking what is it? One little keychain pepper spray fucking things and shit. She had that shit in her drawer, but you know, obviously teachers couldn't carry.
Apparently, Rooster said it was last night, and you know, I responded, "I blame Bob. We need to get rid of all the illegal Canadians." Laugh out loud.
Those damn Canadians.
Yeah, those illegal Canadians trying to come down here and take our jobs.
Take our
jobs.
Yeah, I've been slacking lately too. I haven't been over there. I got to get over there tonight for the state stuff.
Over where?
On the Daily Gun Show. I think I only made it like to a couple shows last week, and this week I missed yesterday. I missed yesterday though because I went on at like I went to go look at like 10 o'clock at my time. Little did I know that was like 1 o'clock Eastern. So.
Ain't G-Web's on the same time frame as you are?
Yeah, but you know, like I said, man, I've been slacking.
See, Strike, I told you this time thing was going to come out today.
Yeah, it should have came out yesterday, but I kind of caught myself because I was like, it's not, you know, I was asking Night Strike. I was like, yeah, what time is it by your time change, right? And yeah. Well, actually, if it wasn't for Night Strike, I probably would have been an hour fucking late yesterday, or an hour later. Because I guess we are an hour late now because the time changed. I'm still starting it at the same time. Whatever.
I guess. I don't know how anybody can honestly figure out when we really start because we don't ever really start at the same damn time.
Yeah. Well, I like the whole 9:30 Eastern, but now it's like 10 Eastern, so fuck it. Oh, you know what? That's a good point, though. Hold on here, real quick. Vanessa was saying she is barred from having weapons on her person and her vehicles at schools, state buildings, VA properties, military bases. Why is my defense any less important than at those locations?
Because you live up north.
Well, no, that's anywhere, though. I can't go to even up here now. If you want to go onto a fucking military base when you're not personnel or active personnel, you got to fill out a background check. You got to fill out, no guns. Can't even have guns in the car.
Well, there's only certain places you can take guns anywhere these days, even if you're carrying. Some states don't let you take them on state property. Some states don't let you take them on. Well, obviously you can't take them on federal property because there's federal law precedent on that. But it's ridiculous.
We in Illinois can take our guns anywhere, parking lot wise places, but stuff controlled by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. School parking lots, post office parking lot, even though it's prohibited federally, it's not prohibited in our state. But that's only because the car is considered an extension of your home. You can't actually wear it into the building of those places.
Yeah, well, no, see now for even out here for us, and we got really good gun laws, obviously, or lack thereof. But even out here for us, you cannot have the shit in your trunk. You can't nothing if you're going onto a military base.
Well, that even applies to you if you're a military.
Oh yeah.
Because my son-in-law couldn't take his guns with him to work because he works on a military base. Can't even carry them in his fucking car.
Yeah, they were saying only certain active personnel. And certain was probably capitalized. So, I don't know.
Which I thought Trump was supposed to take care of, but... yeah.
Oh, here's a piece of news. Okay. Apparently, Daniel Defense is backtracking on what they said the other day.
What did they say?
Sometimes we all say shit we don't intend to say.
Well, they released the letter. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but let me see if I can. I know you guys are both on mobile right now, so.
I can see it. I could see it if you put it on.
There. You got it. That's the thing. It's an image. I can read it. Friends, first and foremost, let me say that I have heard your voices. I put out a statement on Friday supporting Senate Bill S-2135, also known as the Fix NICS Act. I've received overwhelming feedback since putting out this statement, which has brought to my attention that there are significant and justified concerns regarding this bill. I can no longer in good conscience put my support behind S-2135. I released the original statement because I believed it was the best option available at this time to hold back the continued attacks on the Second Amendment and the erosion of our rights. I was wrong. I was wrong is in bold letters, by the way. Not that it really means anything. He's got some bullet points here. Let me be very clear. My life's work is to protect an individual's right to keep and bear arms by holding our lawmakers accountable to the Second Amendment. I believe that all firearm laws that limit the rights of law-abiding citizens are unconstitutional. I will never support any legislation which infringes on any individual rights and could potentially subvert the due process. Myself, my family, and Daniel Defense love and serve our veterans every day. I would never support a legislative measure which would strip them of their rights based on their history of service and sacrifice. Thank you to everyone who reached out and voiced your concerns. You are a motivated and passionate group of people of which I am proud to call my peers, my friends, and my family. We are all united in one fight, the fight to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. I will never turn my back on you. I stand with you, and I am ready to continue the fight for our rights. and that's signed Marty Daniels. I think his name is.
Okay, so I would almost consider this also as like an apology, but I mean, yeah, okay. I could see how it's easy for someone to get tricked by some of their wording and some of their bullshit. So I don't know. I kind of believe it.
They're back. I know they're backtracking, but I'm going to leave it up to the individual. You guys decide whether you accept this from Daniel Defense or whether they burn their bridge and that's it. So it's up to you guys to figure out how you want to proceed with Daniel Defense. I personally don't want to deal with them. I would never buy one of the rifles because it's too expensive, even though they make them here in South Carolina. I'd rather get a PSA premium rifle. You know, it'll be just fine. But you decide whether you're going to support them or not.
Yeah, they're super expensive, and I've I've held the Daniel Defense before 1911 before, but that was it. Or no, it was oh no, yeah, that wasn't even. That was a Dan Wesson. So I've never even held the Daniel Defense before. So yeah, whatever. But I can believe what they're saying just on the fact that they may have been tricked and thought that might be a good option. I don't know. I mean, anybody that looks into fix the background checks should know that that's going to be bullshit, but maybe they were duped.
Right. Maybe they were, or maybe they were taken out of context, or somebody asked them something. But either way, I'm not going to apologize for them. I'm not going to play devil's advocate for them. Either way, I'm going to leave it up to the individual gun owner to decide whether they want to support a company that does a double take like this, or rather they just support a different company that doesn't do this bullshit.
If you don't believe people can change their opinion, then what the fuck are we fighting?
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to say, I don't necessarily, maybe they just saw the error in their ways, but you are right. Like I was saying earlier, sometimes it's better to just shut the fuck up.
Right. So
I really believe that fixing NICS, the best option is to eliminate the motherfucker. But since we have this, it should work like intended. So we don't have this Texas church shooting bullshit.
Yeah, I agree with that, but the only way that's going to actually be, we're going to have to start setting punishments for people that don't report the shit. I mean, there's no other way to do it. You can't fix the NICS. You add more questions, you're just going to be adding more possible lies,
Well, that's the whole thing is, they have to make the database that they call into as accurate as they can without being inaccurate the other way. So they have to.
Yeah, but if the fucking court or whoever the fuck or the sheriff or whatever department, whatever branch, if they fail to fucking report that shit, then it doesn't exist until they report that shit, ain't it?
Well, that shouldn't be a fucking issue. They keep records. I mean, it's not like they have to go down to the fucking basement and scroll through the filing cabinets, for fucking.
Wait, they don't?
30 fucking years, it's all been kept on computer.
Well, no, it's like you're processing this motherfucker, and while I'm at it, let me fucking send this into the NICS database.
Somebody can't write a fucking algorithm that says, this automatically gets sent to NICS if this particular parameter is met.
Yeah, as soon as you press update or something on the file, it'll go to NICS.
If it's something that falls within the requirements to do so, yes.
We need a phone app for NICS. That was a joke. We don't need that shit. You get the fuck rid of it, like you said.
But to be absolutely clear, I absolutely oppose the NICS system completely. I really do.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. The NICS system, you're still putting faith and trust in people, which is fucking inherently flawed.
Even if they get slapped down by the NICS system or they choose to ignore it, they'll just go somewhere else to get a gun where they don't have to do it.
Yeah.
probably easier and faster than actually going to the fucking gun store and doing that shit.
Well, yeah, there ain't no 3-day fucking waiting period when a crackhead takes a fucking drug dealer a TV and they get a fucking dime bag and a fucking High Point or something. Walk right out with that one. They don't have a cooling off period.
Are you speaking from experience there?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, this shit.
He's totally speaking from experience.
Whatever.
This
shit happens.
I don't see the local crackheads around here hauling fucking TVs around.
I'm just saying, man. Whatever they fucking Xboxes, whatever the fuck. My point is that they can get fucking shit easier than we can.
Well, I can agree with that. Matter of fact, I think that's exactly what I said.
Yeah. I just had to make it more outlandish.
I mean, you have to assume that they were going into a gun shop. If they were doing so, they were taking some cash or some way to purchase this thing other than walking in with the 50-inch Sony. I could even fucking do that. The biggest I got's a 46-inch Panasonic, I think. 40-something. And I don't believe my gun store would be interested in that.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you, Jimmy. Don't freak out.
I'll be all right.
He's already freaking out.
I'm already, yeah. How is everybody else not fucking freaking out though? Seriously, like we got robots. They're trying to take away our guns, and what the fuck else next? Dragons, and aliens and shit.
Well, Jimmy and everyone out there, if you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Yeah.
Go.
The chair is against John's mustache.
Yeah, responsibility to stay in the fight fucking forever.
John has a brown chair. John has a brown chair.
I don't know, man. I'm still. I needed that week's vacation, even though I did come in and do that one show. I have not done any research for a week on anti-gun stuff. I haven't even been on the news sites that I normally look to because I am so fucking tired of it. But I still am doing all the fucking writing my own goddamn letters to my politicians instead of sending just the form letter. Because I'm not respectfully urging them to do fucking shit. I'm demanding that they do shit and fucking saying that I'm using my influence as radio show host to fucking get them not voted back in if they don't oppose this fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking hey, right. People that hear us.
Yeah.
So
12 votes you ain't gonna
satellite. Yeah, no shit. I might have implied that there's a larger audience than just the 10 or 12, but I didn't specify anything.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what is this? Hey, did you guys hear about Tony, you know who Geisley is? Bill Geisley? Trigger guy?
No, not really. I've heard of Geisley Triggers.
Okay, well, him and his wife does ALG. And they fucking both said they will never. Well, Patrick's saying this. I got to go look. But he said they will never support gun control or anything that goes against the Second Amendment.
Well, of course
that's a good statement for companies to make.
Be out of fucking business if this bump stock ban passes.
Well, I think they just. Well, do they do binary triggers at Geisley? I know that they do single and two-stage and all that shit, but I don't know if they do.
I think they do like some sort of echo trigger or something like that.
Binary isn't the only target. Enhanced is the target. So better than
they roll
out of the factory with. That's
Yep.
why I
Where's
don't get
their
on
company
board with
based
the
on
bump
now?
stock. That's why I can't get on board with the bump stock ban, even though I fucking care less about bump stocks. Is for one, I don't like banning anything. For two, that the language that they're trying to put in there is so fucking broad that it can ban. If you want to get to the real brass tacks, it could ban oiling the trigger.
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's written that fucking broad. I'm sure that that's not
Well,
what
if you
they,
have it, no, but I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, could they have done that on purpose? I don't know. I mean, it's so, like you're saying, it's so generalized. They could go down to a semi-automatic trigger. Period. And we'll just have fucking single action revolvers and shit. Maybe they'll keep the double actions as long as they have
bullshit.
over a 12-pound pull or something like that. You know?
They ever fucking watch end of trail cowboy action match where these guys are shooting faster than you can shoot a fucking semi-automatic? They will be banning revolvers first.
Oh, dude, I was watching one with the he was working a fucking 30-30 and you couldn't even hear the fucking shit cock. It was just like he was done. Like, goddamn. Can't believe how fast some of these motherfuckers are. Yeah, and even with the fucking double barrels, they'll sit there and doop doop and then pop them shits out doop doop because they can't have it spring assisted, but they could sit there and like fucking jerk the gun so they'll pop out. And them motherfuckers are fast.
Yeah, it was those kind of videos that took the fire out of me wanting to jump right into it because there's no way I'm going to be there.
Like, nope, that's my competition. Nah.
Pretty soon I'll be in the what the hell they call it, grand senior category, where I can probably shoot 1/10 as fast as they can. That's one of the things about cowboy action that pissed me off. You know, they're modifying the guns to be considerably different than what they are supposed to be.
Word.
You know, I understand the power reduction in the shells because they don't want splatter issues because it's really close range stuff. But you know, there's people that spend thousands of dollars on their guns to make them just so light, just so quick, and dude, the average dude ain't gonna be into that shit at all. They're gonna maybe do a trigger job and lighten the recoils, or not recoil, the mainspring. And hell, they make the lever actions. They'll modify them to where their throw distance is about half of what it comes out the box as.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, they would almost have to.
You name the fucking cowboy that carried that shit around, I'll kick your ass.
Yeah, but they have to though, man, because part of that competition is fucking being quick.
I don't get the willing to spend whatever the fuck it takes to win when there's no money. I mean, you win the championship of cowboy action shooting, you win no fucking money. You may win a couple $1,000s worth of prizes.
Yeah, but then you got to go out and sell it. It sucks.
That was one of the things that was written into the bylaws, cowboy action shooting. There was not to be a cash prize. Because they really didn't want it to be that kind of competition. They wanted it to be guys playing with single action 6 guns. This whole damn
Well,
idea.
yeah, more of a for fun kind of thing.
And all the local matches pretty much are. You may have 1 or 2 guys that are running super hot rod guns, but most of the guys are not. it's when you start getting up there towards national level events. These fuckers are cheating to make their guns way different than they intended or they came out of the factory as. I refuse. I wish you wouldn't sit on the runway of a fucking airport.
That's where I live, man. Fuck. Hold on. Better.
A little.
I had to go check the news, so if I left myself muted and went to go check the news and had something to say, then I would have had to go all the way back out of the news and then come back in and so, my bad. Excuses.
Why do we want to check the news? We're tired of this bullshit.
Maybe to find like a solution somewhere in the midst of this puddle of shit.
No more solution.
There is a single solution. That's easy. Rise up.
Shut up being French.
I mean, I don't know.
Solution.
In all seriousness, it's coming to that. So.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not suggesting the rising and taking up arms against the government so much as I am suggesting the rising up and saying no. And in order to say no effectively, we're going to have to be an armed contingent to show that we have the numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting article. Did you talk about this? That the primary retailer on U.S. military installations worldwide walked back on a planned moratorium on selling firearm magazines capable of holding 11 or more rounds. So apparently they're going back on that because apparently the military complained. So,
wait, more than 10 rounds or less than 10 rounds? You said
they were the basic exchanges were going to cancel. We're going to stop selling magazines in their stores that had were over 10 rounds. And apparently military members and the military complained about it, and they're going back on that. They're not going to do that. So,
why the hell are these
gonna lose
magazines
money
anyway? They don't let nobody have a gun.
Well, you know, they sell everything. You know, the active military personnel can buy stuff. I think this is at their local PA. I'm not sure because I've never been on a military base except once, and that was only for an Air Force for an air show. So there we go. And if you're gonna ask Night Strike, what kind of air show? It was in Delaware. We went to one of the air shows in Delaware. We had to go on the Air Force base, but they did stuff then back in like the 80s and 90s for that, and that was it. That was one time I've ever been on a military base.
Well, I've been in several PXs. When I worked for the government, I had my GSA ID and I could go on PX and shop. So I went on the one at Scott Air Force Base several times. And I was also in the PX at Columbia, South Carolina, at that fucking base down there. And boy, was there a world of difference in going to these two different PXs 20 years apart. The days of the $2 carton cigarettes at the PX is fucking gone.
Yeah, no, it's just as expensive to buy it anywhere else these days.
Back in the late 80s when I ran to Scott, the couple of times I did it, it was like $2 a carton for cigarettes, and like sodas were just pennies. I mean, cheap. Where you'd pay 50 cents for a soda at a regular store, they were like the dime PX. well worth going to. And yeah, like Strike said, when I went to the one in Columbia, it was just high as a fucking 7-Eleven.
Yeah, and again, I'm not sure how many of these places, these PXs or base exchanges, whatever they call them, how many of them there are in the country that still do guns and ammunition and all that for members of our military and their families. So I don't know, but I just saw a thing on guns.com about it, so I figured I'd mention it. It's gun news. It's not that depressing, so I was trying to go with the whole upbeat thing. I kind of failed, and I apologize for that. So I'll try. No, I will try and do better in with the next article. All right, guys.
A for effort.
I honestly can't recall seeing any unrelated stuff in either of the PXs I was in. I wasn't looking for it either, but
I know they sell. I know that there was a couple that still sell gear and stuff like that. Like holster shit like that.
Oh, I honestly wasn't paying attention when I was in the one in South Carolina, except for because I actually went in there just to get a cold drink because it was fucking hot.
Well,
I didn't really look around outside of where I walked to the cooler to get a soda out of it. But, they might have, and I just didn't see it. Both of them. I should have went to the PX to buy groceries when I was living by Scott Air Force Base because they had a fairly large selection of groceries there that were cheap. But it just wasn't worth that friggin' hassle to go there when I could drive to Sparta, which was like 40 miles, and beat the freaking PX because they had a little grocery store down there that was just absurdly cheap for some reason.
And I'm not going over. There is news from California, but I don't want to go over it. Because it's California, and I'm always ragging on California, so let California deal with it. It's just about the micro stamping, and I don't want to talk about that.
Kind of heartbreaking to mention California because they're seeing so much shit, and they can't seem to do anything. Micro stamping don't fucking exist, you idiots. Not only that, you'd have to micro stamp the bullet, not the casing.
So,
micro stamp cases are fucking stupid because many people like me don't need their fucking cases laying on the ground anyway.
Yeah, and motherfuckers like in the 90s learned that they got to pick up their shells and shit. I mean, come on now.
That's what would get me caught if I ever decided to rob somewhere. The fact that I stopped, got down on my knees, picked up my cases.
Yeah, like shit. Hold on. Don't hit that alarm just yet. I got to get my evidence.
I got to get my brass.
Squib is out there saying that I don't expect people to tell me what I want to hear. I'm not gonna candy coat things. I'm not gonna candy coat it either. But it's California. We rag on it all the time. It is the black sheep of the states. Do we really want to go over it? Do you really want to hear it? I mean, I'll go over it if you really want to hear it, Squib.
I do.
All right. The micro stamping case is headed to the California Supreme Court. All right.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, it is good news, but again, they're in the Ninth Circuit, so I doubt it. California's High Court is set to hear arguments in a long-running case brought by firearms industry groups who say the micro-stamping's requirement is unattainable. The case challenging the state's 2007 unsafe handgun modification requirements is set for arguments in Los Angeles court on April 4th. Plaintiffs, the National Shooting Sports Foundation, and the Sporting Firearms and Ammunition Manufacturers Institute, so the NSSF and Sammy insist the legal requirement for semi-auto handguns to mark cartridges with a microscopic array of characters that identify the make, model, and serial number of the pistol upon firing is impossible to accomplish, and has only worked to artificially limit choices available to California gun buyers. At stake is the ability to purchase newly manufactured semi-auto handguns in the state. Since undergoing one of the representatives is saying something. Since going into effect, this ill-advised law has banned the introduction of any new models of handguns into California, reducing consumers' ability to purchase the best and most advanced handguns on the market while doing nothing to improve public safety, said Michael Bazinet, an NSSF spokesman, in a statement to the website I'm reading it on, guns.com.
That particular statement can be made about any gun control law.
It's true. The suit was originally brought by the trade groups in 2014, arguing that the technology was unproven in actual field conditions and easy for criminals to defeat. California Superior Court Judge Donald Black dismissed the case in 2015, citing the state had sovereign immunity and further holding the gun groups lacked standing to sue. I'm sorry, but you infringe on the Second Amendment. It doesn't matter. You are in the United States of America. You don't want guns? Then secede. On a subsequent appeal to the California 5th Appellate District, a three-judge panel later held that NSSF and SAMI have a right to present evidence to prove their claim, and the state Supreme Court voted last year voted to hear the case.
Good.
In 2014, just after the California Department of Justice enforcing the mandate that new pistols submitted for approval to the state's firearm roster incorporate microstamping capabilities, there were some 1,152 approved models. The roster has since constricted to 791 as legacy handguns. Certified for a 5-year period, cannot meet the new requirement. For instance, no Generation 4 or 5 Glock handguns have been approved for sale in California, while handgun giant Ruger has 60 models on the list. All but one is a revolver, which are exempt from the microstamping requirement. Bazinet is continuing to make an ending statement saying, "We look forward to the arguments and are confident the Supreme Court will affirm the Court of Appeal rejection of the state's argument and permit us to prove that it is impossible for firearm manufacturers to comply with the mandates of the statute," said Bazinet. The California Department of Justice and State Attorney General Xavier Becerra's office did not respond to multiple requests for comment or statement, and as they wouldn't. So there it is, guys.
More bullshit from California.
But that really isn't down news. That's at least our freaking Supreme Court's willing to hear it.
That is good. And I like how they said that revolvers are exempt from the microstamping thing. Apparently they even knew that one was dumb.
Hoodies and thugs don't use revolvers, man. They use Glocks.
Ha! Bullshit. You telling me?
Just ask Jimmy. Jimmy used to know a couple.
You telling me there ain't no $25 rusty ass fucking 1972 revolvers out there the motherfuckers don't have and shit?
I'm telling you the way politicians think.
Oh yeah. I have somewhat good news-ish on Trump. It was from yesterday. President Trump Monday abandoned his promise to work. This is New York Times, so they're anti-gun. Abandoned his promise to work for gun control measures opposed by the NRA, bowing to the gun group and embracing its agenda of armed teachers and incremental improvements to the background check.
Great, because that's what our fucking constituency actually wants, you idiots.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're giving Trump shit and saying that the NRA has great power over you.
That's because we're 3 million, 5 million voters strong, stupid asses.
I really wish that I would have had that bald-headed girl when she screamed out 30 million. I wish I would have recorded that so I could have that every time I bring up the NRA. 30 million. To no one's surprise, dollars donated by the NRA.
I'm going to retract what I said to Squib because apparently they were talking about something on the YouTube chat and I was taking it out of context, so it was my fault. But at least we had something to go over, so I'm not going to apologize for going over that article. There we go.
Good. To no one's surprise, the president's words of support for stronger gun safety laws proved to be hollow. Senator Diane. Hey, Senator Salty Diane Feinstein says she was all happy. Responding to the murder of 17 students and educators by endorsing the gun lobby's platform as a shameful abdication of the president's responsibilities to lead. Shame on you, Mr. President.
Oh, curl up in a ball and die, you stupid hag.
Oh, my God.
And Nancy.
Yeah,
and Dick Durbin and Tammy Duckworth while you're at it. All of you have a nice time in hell.
Oh, shit. Hey, check this out. Rauner to veto bill requiring state licenses for gun dealers.
I told you that.
Yeah, there you go. Well, this is just 20 minutes ago. I just got updated right now.
My concern is do we have enough to override him? It's possible.
Hashtag enough. U.S. students plan mass walkout to call for gun control. I thought they already did. Oh, they're probably going to do it again.
And anytime you can leave class without getting in trouble, it's a good day.
Yeah, anytime you can, slough off your responsibilities and, not actually study. Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Get paid for it.
This is from the Indy Star. They've been a mix.
Just to be clear here, they hadn't done that national walkout yet. That's scheduled for the 17th.
From May, right?
No.
Oh, for March 17th?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
1 month to the day after the shooting happened.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. I don't know what this is. Indy Star usually has decent shit. This is GOP lawmakers make last-minute move to revive gun legislation. Some Republican lawmakers are making a last-minute attempt to revive legislation that would do away with fees for handgun permits and allow churches with schools to let guns on church property, drawing outrage from some gun. Good. With less than 3 days left this year's legislative session, Rep. Bill Schmaltz, a Republican from Auburn, offered a proposal Monday that would strip a bill originally intended to legalize the cannabis extract CBD oil and replace the language with the gun measure. Fucking A. That proposal... That would, yeah, good job, Indiana. That proposal would allow Hoosiers to obtain a lifetime permit carry license without paying the $125 fee and let churches with schools allow members to carry guns at events. The gun fee proposal no longer contains an earlier controversial provision that would have eliminated some background checks. While some consider the proposed changes to current law to be minor, they drew outrage from others who questioned the last-minute nature of the maneuver and saw the proposal as an ill-advised move to loosen gun restrictions in the aftermath of Parkland, Florida. And this is ridiculous. This is what they do every time. They made it better for the law-abiding gun owners, and then they say, you're loosening gun restrictions after the massacre that killed 17 children. In the paragraph right before that, though, it said 17 students and educators, but now it's just the children. So yeah, Indiana's trying to, the anti-Indiana are trying to fight that, but pro-Indiana has won already and is winning. So good on you. Let's see. Yeah, that was it. That was it for Indiana.
Hopefully that pro-gun sentiment bleeds over to Illinois someday because it's surrounding us on all sides.
Well, Rauner seems to be fucking keeping his head on straight. He hasn't really folded or buckled yet. So I mean,
like I said, he's going to throw gun stocks under the bus if it comes across his desk.
well, yeah, okay, but I mean that's in a way anti-Second Amendment, yes. But if he's in he's in Illinois, man, and if he's not signing every fucking thing that goes across his desk, that's a win. Small win, but it's a win. Let's see here. Jeff Sessions calls on U.S. attorneys to aggressively prosecute gun buyers who bought guns illegally. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like there's some people that may be ignorant and they have no idea that just because they did something 10 years ago that they have to, write it down on the 4473 or so. I don't know. Like, I think that there's a lot of ignorance that comes into that too. I'm sure that there's some people that are just blatantly lying. I know that there's some people that are just blatantly lying.
Well, the old adage goes, ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Yeah, I actually just said that the other day when we were talking about the broad that hacked her AR. So that is true, but I don't know. Due process, right? If you made a mistake, you made a mistake and it'll come out in court. But I don't know.
Anybody that served their sentence and they're done with their punishment for their crime should get their fucking rights back, felon or not.
Yeah. Well, and exactly. What if it's somebody that did something and were unaware that they didn't get their rights back after however, 15 whatever years, So I don't know. Should they have to be drugged back through the court systems and all that shit because they made a mistake?
It's pretty well common knowledge that once you're a felon, you're always a felon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. Trying to play devil's advocate, I guess. Not successfully, but I tried. Oh my God. They're calling for what is this? NBC is saying Australian gun laws have stopped 16 mass shootings, new calculations show. I don't feel like doing the crunching the numbers right now. Usually we would crunch the numbers and find out how fake they are, but I'm pretty sure we all already know. Come on now. 3 weeks ago, I don't want that. 4 days ago, keep that. Yeah. All right, let's go into the news section here. Conceding to the NRA. Donald Trump is just another NRA patsy. Donald Trump said he would stare down the NRA, then he blinked.
Yeah. I just got a message
Mm-hmm.
from Rick saying that Trump White House declares support for gun confiscation orders. So we're getting conflicting messages from the White House.
I don't know.
I don't know
who's afraid of the NRA. Trump. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't care.
So who you gonna call GOA busters?
Parkland survivors to Trump. Show us that you aren't owned by the NRA. It's not proper English. That would be show us that the NRA does not own you, kids. Fuck. Fucking kids didn't take English class this year or something. And these are the motherfuckers that are deciding what rights we should have and shouldn't have. Can't even speak a proper fucking sentence.
Well, when you get out in March in numbers of 5 million and you then turn 18 where you're legal to vote, then you'll have the same credibility as the NRA. Right now, you're just a bunch of kids talking out your ass because you're too stupid to fucking know what you're doing.
Yeah. Eminem. What the fuck is he still in the news for? Eminem does a new rap ripping the NRA. They love their guns more than our kids. What is the shit? I don't get it. Am I still relevant?
Of course, a kid's temporary, guns forever.
Yeah. There's some things you can't put a price on. And
Once them
guns are one of
motherfuckers
them.
ain't a tax deduction, they need to be gone.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what. I don't wait for my gun to turn 18 to kick it out of the fucking house. I'll tell you that. Well, maybe. It depends. If it's like an 18-year-old piece of crap or something, I'll probably sell it.
I don't ever get rid of any of mine.
Jimmy still has his principles, but not really.
Yeah, not really. I have standards, but they're low, like super low.
We know. We know.
The lady asked that day what we were going to do with that Walther because she couldn't shoot it. I didn't really want it. So I'm not going to do anything with it.
I just went and sent it over to Google. Rick sent me the link.
Oh, word. I'm going to look at it.
Grant is from
But I'm gonna
Breitbart,
do-
so I don't know if it's true or not.
I'm going to do this first, though. First, Nice Strike. Give me a beat.
No.
Just do one of these. Boom.
I don't beatbox. I'm sorry.
Do it with on the desk. There you go. Tony got me. All right, watch. Yo. This whole country going nuts, and the NRA is our way. They're responsible for this whole production. They hold strings and control the puppet. And then they threaten to take donor bucks. And so they don't know the government won't do nothing. And no one's budging. Gun owners clutching their loaded weapons. They love their guns more than they love our children.
Fucking
Okay.
A right.
You ever seen how annoying kids are? Shit.
I'm sure that his kids are fucking horrible little human beings.
Hey, didn't Eminem make a song about like tying up his wife in the trunk while his kid was right there or something like that? I don't know.
I don't care about Eminem, period. Then he's from Detroit.
Go with
If he's from Detroit, then he's Smeggy's problem, not mine.
Yeah, he's Michigan. Just thanks, Michigan.
hey, Ted Nugent came from Michigan, so it kind of balances out a little.
I don't see how.
Yeah, and you're talking about the fucking NRA being the 800-pound monster in the room and shit. Let him get an interview with the Nuge. I'm like, this is the reason why people shouldn't have guns in his fucking picture.
Oh, God. All right, I got mail.
And this
Well,
is
I'd
also the
like-
reason why you shouldn't adopt your children to just anybody.
I would like to see him and Eminem share a stage for a few minutes.
Oh man, yeah. Ted will rip him up. Nice Strike. I had the thing. Can you send me the thing again, maybe? Sorry.
Damn it, Jimmy.
What
Keep
the
up,
Every time I
Jimmy.
press,
Keep up.
every time I press the hangout button, it brings me back here. All right, there you go. Click it quick. Breitbart.
Clickety click, 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 click.
Click that shit quick. Hawkins, Trump White House declares support for gun confiscation orders. When was this written?
Years ago.
Nope, yesterday. The Trump White House released policy papers Monday declaring full support for California-style firearm confiscation orders. Breitbart News has a copy of the release, and it urges states to adopt extreme risk protection orders, ERPOs. Such orders allow firearms to be confiscated with a judge's proposal.
Well, that ain't
The
what
White House suggests
supposedly said.
no. Go ahead.
I mean, that ain't the grab the gun first and due process later.
Yeah, that's what he said, but this is supposedly coming from a statement from the White House. The White House suggests that ERPOs, quote, allow law enforcement with approval from a court to remove firearms from individuals who are demonstrated threat to themselves or others and temporarily prevent individuals. Oh yeah, so they're putting what he said, fuck due process, into legal terms.
No,
They
they're
struck
not.
the order.
Got to be approved by a judge. That's due process right there.
Let me see here. Okay, so it's not exactly the same as like the red flag. Okay. So there's a small amount of due process.
Just a smidge.
But now is it approved by a judge? Like you get your day in court? Like, hey, they're threatening me. I'm keeping all my guns and then I'll have my day in court. Or do they take the guns, then you have your day in court? That's
Judge has to approve it before they can take the guns.
right, but you're not going to have your day in court though. That would just be like a warrant, like a cop calling and saying, "Hey, we got a guy, probable cause. Can we get a fucking search warrant?" And then they get the search warrant and then they move in. Is it like that? Because that's not due process. Like I was saying, if I'm innocent and I have a court date and I get to explain myself, and then if the judge finds that I'm not capable of owning guns or something like that, that would be due process. But if they come in, take your shit, and then you got a court date, or if they come in and it's a warrant type of, thing, I don't think that's due process.
You're wrong. That is how our judicial system works.
Well, it's working. Well, that's what I'm saying, though. It could still work as the red flag laws are supposed to be. Somebody says, "Hey, this guy was fucking screaming at his wife yesterday, and I know that he's got a safe full of guns in his house. Somebody should take those." Yeah. They call a judge. Judge says, "Okay."
So Jimmy says some common sense gun laws are acceptable.
When the fuck did I say that? There ain't no common sense in anything that has to do with gun laws. Period.
See, as far as I'm concerned, the only due process for taking your guns away is convicting your ass of a felony or putting you in jail.
That's what I'm saying. Obtaining a warrant may be due process legally, but that's what I'm saying. I don't consider that to be due process. That's you're guilty. Now prove yourself innocent. And you're guilty because fucking old Ida down the street says that you're a nut job or something.
Well, hopefully a fucking judge has the judicial prudence to weigh the facts of the case.
Well, I guess that would have to depend on the state and the district that you're in, I guess. Because getting some shit like that and where's pro-gun besides, where you're at, somewhere out there that's pro-gun. Say you're somewhere in Illinois that's pro-gun and you're going through the same exact thing that somebody in Cook County is going through.
Every county in this state that doesn't have a fucking major city in it's pro-gun.
Well, yeah. So then there you go. Imagine it from any other county versus being in Cook County. The two guys are going to have the same exact cases, but very different outcomes. And I would just assume that because of the judges in the district.
Judges are supposed to be blind to their political leanings.
Yeah, when has that ever happened?
And hookers are supposed to be disease-free, but what the fuck,
Where the hell did you ever hear that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just trying to think of some ridiculous ass shit. Because the judge is a human being. A human being is going to have a bias, and that bias is going to be
have
present.
to tell Mrs. Jimmy that Jimmy's been seeing the undesirables.
She knows. Anyway,
you say that now.
Fuck you think pays for this shit?
I was going to say she probably gives him the money.
Get the fuck out of here, please.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's more shit. Yeah. Sorry, guys, but I don't see very much of a solution. Definitely, we need to come together as a people. That's one way to start heading in the right direction. I love all of you motherfuckers, even the motherfuckers that I can't stand. You know, that's how it should be. That's the only thing that I can think of as a solution. And the division and slow down the tyranny. I don't know. And the division, slow down the tyranny and make a bumper sticker.
Stand up and say fucking no.
Yeah. As a unit, though, one of us saying no ain't shit.
Or just stand up and say fuck you.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying not to end it super depressing.
I don't think we're succeeding.
Well, on a positive note, I got my shipment of little wall-mounted storage bins yesterday that I don't know who the fuck worked at Home Depot, couldn't find Illinois for 2 weeks. These fuckers must have taken a tour of the fucking North American continent on their way here. Like, dude, don't we got a fucking Home Depot in Peoria? I'll drive up there and buy them next time if I want to use them anytime soon.
Yeah, I see. I don't know.
I'm a little irked by that particular service. Buying on Amazon.
You got Prime?
Yeah, I got Prime.
Oh, you do? Okay. I was going to say, I hated fucking Amazon. And then I found out that I could scam them for a free month of Prime. And once I fucking did that, I loved Amazon. But then I lost it again and I hated Amazon again.
I've had Prime for several years now.
Yeah,
it pays for itself. Like February and March when we take our tax refund to buy stuff. Don't want to go anywhere. Just buy it all and have it sent here. I mean, I even had a fucking lawnmower sent here.
See, when it comes to buying stuff, that's when my millennial shows, for real, because I'm instant gratification. Like if I'm spending money on something, I need it in my hand. As soon as the money leaves my hand, I need my shit in my hand.
I got broke of that by becoming a gun lover in Illinois.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. That'll do it to you.
Then I realized, look, man, I can sit here and click the mouse a couple of times and type in this or that. And I only have to do that once because Google remembers every fucking thing and just automatically does it for me every time afterwards. And burly dudes in the truck will bring me shit. If it's heavy, they'll even bring it up to the door.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
not
hey,
for guns.
Pretty cool.
I'm sure I asked you this, and I'm sure you've told me before, but for guns, how does that work? You still got to do your 3-day once it gets to the FFL, or is your 3-day waiting for the gun to come to the FFL?
3-day waiting is when you purchase the gun at most gun stores because you can ink the 4473 right there.
Right. But I'm saying online.
I've never bought one online.
Oh, okay.
I cannot do that. I have to have the gun where I can feel it, most part.
Yeah.
Granted, I did not hold this 1895 before I bought it,
but you knew. I mean,
I knew.
You knew. That's one of them guns too. I was like, yeah, you knew. You know.
And fucker's not in stock anywhere except for like Brownells where it's ridiculously high priced.
Oh yeah, that's one of them right now or never ever situations.
Yeah, Bud's had some for a day. That Gun Genie site had them for about a day or two. And my local, was getting one. and I bought it before it even got there. I'm like, I'll take it. I don't need to see it. Don't mention it. I just want it. Because if I waited a day, it would have been gone because there was about 10 guys that wanted to look at it.
Yeah.
You
Like not giving you motherfuckers the chance.
you want the chance? Speak up. Pay down the money. I did.
Well, I guess that's gonna wrap us for the day. Thanks for kind of pulling us out of the fucking trenches there.
Yeah, I absolutely have no regrets about plunking down the money for the thing either, without seeing it.
No, fuck no. Like I said though, that's one of them things, you know.
I would have
Get it
regrets
now?
about the Walther. That CCP is a piece of shit. But I didn't buy it for me, so I don't care.
Very admirable.
Really?
She ain't gonna use it, so it's just here, and I'll take it out and shoot it a few hundred times, see if it settles down.
Yeah, maybe it just needs to fucking, you know, what's that called? That fucking, you know, break in.
Break in, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna run a bunch of ball ammo through it, see if it feeds better with ball ammo instead of hollow points, and if it does, I'll throw it in a freaking dresser drawer, and it'll just be another gun laying around here. I can do that now that I don't have kids here.
Whoa, they're all gone?
Yeah. Yeah, they moved out the second week of January.
Free!
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really nice and peaceful here most days. The old lady gets a day off now and then, and that sometimes causes me to have to go and take her somewhere or some shit like that. But for the most part, I love the fucking solitude. I'm one of those people that I'm completely pleased with my own fucking company.
Yeah.
So, Tony, what you're saying is you enjoy just sitting and relaxing by yourself with no one bothering you.
Yeah, and I also enjoy tinkering around with shit out here.
Okay, I can see that.
And the old lady's not one for bothering me for the most part, you know, because she knows that I don't like to be fucking bothered about stupid shit. I mean, after fucking eons of marriage, she's got that shit figured out, but I don't miss them kids. I really don't. Loud, destructive little bastards. I love the kids. I really do. But I don't miss them. I wish this fucking weather would warm up because I'm wanting to take granddaughter to the range. She ain't been yet.
That is indeed a problem.
All the rest of the grandkids have been.
All right, Jimmy.
I don't want
Word.
to take her inside because she's pretty damn little to shoot over that freaking bench.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna end it on this. There was an Instagram post earlier today about the fucking whole Eminem thing, and I had commented this was on 2018_matters. So if you guys ain't subscribed to him or following him on Instagram, he's got some great shit over there. But anyway, so I commented he started his career as a wannabe. It's only right that he ends it as a wannabe, except now he's just that weird old guy trying to be hip with the kids. And he responded, "It's funny watching these fools exposing their hypocrisy and hate on America's founding principles and who we are. If they hate the Bill of Rights so much, I'm sure there are other places that would welcome them, and we would be glad to see them go. So far, all they do is talk from failed positions with no message to offer while pissing off millions of potential fans. So I'm glad they're talking so we can have an effect on their bottom line."
We can get better actors and entertainers.
Yeah, clean out fucking Hollywood.
Drain
But
the Hollywood swamp.
Yeah, the whole swamp is a collective. Just get rid of all
ain't a
that garbage.
swamp I hate. That ain't a swamp I hate to tell you. That's a fucking cesspool.
And it's a dump. It's a fucking dump. But yeah, so I'll end it like that. Anybody that still wants to be a part of the early watch state thing, we're keeping that moving until we die. So
Yes, well, until Jimmy dies.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
not. If Jimmy kicks the bucket, I'm not taking over for Jimmy.
Yeah.
Me neither.
But
well, with his wife I might, but that's the show.
But yeah, so you know, if you got one in your state, it's email them earlywatch and then your state abbreviation at Gmail, or if you want to make your own, feel free. We've been rocking it on Twitter, we've been rocking it on fucking Instagram. So yeah, feel free to become a part of it. And we also got that bulletin board too. So
also, if you find things out there that you think might be needed brought to our attention, feel free to email either one of us at earlywatchaz for Jimmy or earlywatchil@gmail.com for me.
Yeah, and I mean, there's usually 60, 100 people that end up watching the show either now or later. So I mean, your message is getting out there. It's just probably to the same people, but I mean, it's getting out there. And I know that there has to be that one couple of motherfuckers a week that have no idea who we are that end up tuning into the chat. So I don't know. I know it because I've gotten hate email from them before and hate responses and hate comments. So
yeah, hey.
Yeah, it's all Jimmy.
So I know, yeah, but I know that there's some out there that are like, I know one motherfucker in the past couple of years has to have at least went, maybe they're right. Or probably not.
Right.
Or they're all like Night Strike and just think that we're trying to fucking pass out our work to other people.
Night Strike knows, dude. I know. No conspiracy theory here.
Yeah.
To clarify, they're going to be saying maybe I'm right, not they're
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you're right. So that's it for me. Unless you guys got something to fucking spit out there, I'm done.
I got nothing but a good day, everybody.
Felicia?
I've got something, but I don't know. What is it?
Felicia? Music? Music?
No music. You know what?
I'll wrap it up on a song.
No. Okay. I'm just gonna end with this. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. And on that note, hashtag shall not be infringed. We'll see you tomorrow morning, guys. Peace.
Word.